Good day and welcome to another exciting edition of the P&B Sports Show, where we analyze football with global depth and local passion. I'm Aaron Kotom, and today we break down two results that may quietly shape two major title races in Europe. In England, Manchester United edged Everton 1-0, not a flashy win, but one built on structure, discipline, and game management. Sometimes championship habits are formed in narrow victories. Then in Spain, the La Liga title race took a dramatic turn. Barcelona reclaimed top spot with a 3-0 win over Levante, while Real Madrid slipped to a 2-1 defeat at CA Osasuna. Momentum swings, tactical adjustments, psychological pressure. That's what we'll unpack today. And to join us unpack this, we are being joined by our own in-house sports analyst here in the studio, Mr. Abel Sunday.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Tom. Manchester United is shining.
Yes,
right?
Manchester United is shining.
Old Trafford is shining.
Yes, Old Trafford is shining.
Congratulations to you yesterday.
Thank you. And also, we are being joined by our own sports analyst all the way from Edo State, Benin City, Ero John. Ero, how are you doing? The Esama of football analytics. Good morning. You look so good today. Please tell us what the secret is.
Edo is shining now.
Okay, Edo is shining.
Forgotten. Edo is shining. And you know that I think the Niger Delta games yes, are going on there. So everything is working well for the. So
you are cashing out. You are cashing out at the moment. But let's get right into it. Abel, we've seen what Manchester United have been able to do. You see, Michael Carrick, it seems like he has become an enigma. He has become the champion of Manchester United. He has been what people call the bridegroom of Manchester United. He has been the Akpakomiza of Manchester United. What do you think about his performance so far in the Manchester United team, especially his performance against Everton last night?
Superb. 6 games, 16 points. I think that's a very fantastic to start with. That's a very fantastic one. And yesterday, and one thing that struck me about Manchester United is even when it's so difficult, they will try somehow to grind a result. Like yesterday game, a lot of people we are glamour rather for the why did you keep Benjamin Sesko on the bench? Because anytime he always come to give the bailout. But of course, hey, we can say no, that should be Carrick's tactics. When he comes in, he always deliver. The most important thing is getting the 3 points, no matter how bad. But to be honest, Manchester United did not play very well yesterday. With the midfield, we could see that Koimino was not in his best. Casemiro was also not in his best yesterday.
But there was one player that was in his best, Sesko. Yeah, and he scored the winning goal.
Yeah, Sesko was there. But yesterday, I will give me man of the game. I think is the goalkeeper. Yes, look at this fantastic save that he made yesterday. Superb. Do you get? But again, like I rightly said, even when they were not in their best, they were able to manage to grind out a result. Even against West Ham, if you remember, late down, Sesko came in and make that point. But don't you think, again, I will ask you, don't you think Michael Carrick had to look at, maybe I should bench Cunha or take off Ahmad so that Sesko can fit in that setting? Because I think
before I come to you around to say something, I feel there's something that Michael Carrick has been able to understand, and that's the problem with Arteta. And I just feel it's now that Arteta is beginning to understand in Arsenal. When you have structured players that are trained, to work with certain structures, players like Cunha, players like Mbemu. When you don't get the result out of those people, that is when you bring a player like Sesko. Player like Sesko is a player that uses his instinct. He doesn't need your instructions. All he needs is tell me where to play and what to do, and I'm going to use my instincts to get that goal into the net. If it's using my head, if it's using my leg, if it's using my butt, I'm going to put that goal.
Perhaps he gives you what he gives the defense, whatever the defense gives to him.
Exactly. So I'm talking about defense. Yesterday, John, we saw a side like Everton. I think they played a 4-5-1 yesterday, and it seemed like they were extremely fantastic, especially in pressuring a team like Manchester United and not allowing them to see the opportunity to score. How crucial was Everton's performance yesterday, even though they had the defeat?
Performance was a good one, I would say. do not everybody goes into them and win. But because the outing for Everton is a good one. Personally, I do not expect Everton to play as much as they do. I expected Manchester United to completely dominate Everton. Everton have that big deal. They've been good in something. They've been okay. I was just saying they've been competent also in their form. But so they put out they did not just come there to sit back and then just allow us to financially do everything. They tried to, even if they were unlucky as compared to the game, what they did was kudos to the Manchester United those far also, they were very quick out. Can imagine Everton, Manchester United had only one corner in that game. Everton had 10. That will tell you how much pressure Everton is. So it was a good one, and we have something before that. Not play. Sometimes you can do everything you want us to do. You can carry out all the practice and still not get to goal or get to win. I guess that was the kind of capacity to do.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we are being joined surprisingly by the man who owns sports in Lagos State. You know, when you talk about sports analysis, not just football, it cuts across basketball, athletics, volleyball. There is a man that is an enigma, and that man is Wisdom, the principality of sports.
I like the fact that you emphasize on that word, principality.
The principality of sports. Wisdom, welcome to the P&B Sports Show. Good morning.
Wisdom, please, can you unmute yourself?
It seems like you're muted. Okay, it seems like we can't hear you. We can't hear you, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, fantastic. Wisdom, we know. Okay, but we know about the fantastic performance of Manchester United so far. It seems like this is a team that has a lot of heart and a lot of spirit. But yesterday we saw a decline in that. We saw about 11 attempts, 11 shots, from the Everton side, and we didn't even see up to 10 from the Manchester United side. Talk more of even 10 shots on target. I think we only had about 2 shots on target from the Manchester United side yesterday. But out of those 2 shots on target, we saw one, and one was a goal. What do you think about Manchester United's performance, especially the performance from Sesko? And what do you think about his impact in the Manchester United team?
Well, so to begin with, I don't know how much time we have for this one. I feel like breaking and
break it. You have enough time.
Manchester United performance yesterday. I mean, like you said earlier, it wasn't the best performance, but it was just about grinding out the result. It was, in fact, a disappointing performance. That's the best way to put it. But I mean, 3 points is all that matters. However, you get the goal, I think, and also the best that drops the ball into the net. Just make sure you get the ball into the net and pick up all 3 points. And that's what Manchester United did. You rightly said it, Everton, they really played out all they could do. But then at the end of the day, they were just frustrated. Sonny Lemon was absolutely brilliant. I mean, he stole the show. Benjamin Sesko coming off the bench as an impact sub again. In 3-4 games coming off the bench, finding the back of the net. So I think everything that could go wrong went wrong for Everton, and all that could go right went right for Manchester United. In terms of performance, Man United were not up to par, but they delivered and got the job. For Everton, even the players listening to his press conference, the man was like, my players gave all the crews. The goalkeeper was just too bad. Football happened. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But really, if I ever said something earlier, when you guys are having a chat, and I just really want to talk about the United. I want to talk this morning. It's just about Benjamin and why you did not start it. Now, you remember when it was Apple, what the starting Benjamin Sesko? I mean, the media now we got stupid. The media now we go because stupid. Ruben Amorim was not starting Benjamin Sesko, and everybody was backing the girl, oh, why did not start with the young man, this and that. And the same answer Ruben Amorim gave was Michael Carrick gave when he was asked, why is Sheshko not starting? And what was the answer? He's young, he's in a new environment, he's trying to settle down. When Amorim made that statement, everyone said, oh, you don't know what you're saying. You're not a serious manager, this and that. Now, Carrick is doing the same thing. And you can see the impact it's having on Benjamin Sheshko coming off the bench and delivering. Managers, when they make decisions, they know what is best for their players. They are the ones there. They are the ones there. But I mean, overall, it's good to see Benjamin Sheshko running the back of the net, back to back.
Okay, fantastic. Abel, you know, when it comes to the Manchester United side, Manchester United, they are obviously a fourth on the table, if I'm correct.
You are very happy
and
about
also,
that. I know
I'm extremely,
with your full chest.
I'm pleased. Then we have Chelsea sitting directly below the Manchester United side with just one, with Manchester United just 1 point ahead of the Chelsea side.
3 points.
Sorry, 3 points ahead of Chelsea side. And when you look at it, we are going to be seeing a performance that again, which is the next fixtures. We are going to be seeing Manchester United play Crystal Palace, and we're going to be seeing Chelsea playing Arsenal. What do you think the result is going to be after those two fixtures are being played? Are we going to see a Chelsea side, in your own opinion, that is going to climb above Manchester United? Or are we going to see a Manchester United side that is going to use the opportunity to boost the distance between them and Chelsea?
Yeah, to be honest, I think Manchester United have a clear advantage over Chelsea. Why? Because Chelsea still have other games other competition that they participate in. And them playing Arsenal next weekend, it gives Manchester United edge because of the form Arsenal is now and the form that Chelsea is as well. So it gives Manchester United edge. They need to do the needful. Make sure they beat. I think this is a very huge advantage for Michael Carrick and his team. Make sure you beat Crystal Palace. You have 6 points clear over Chelsea. You know, Chelsea is breathing behind their back right now. So if definitely is on paper, let me put it that way, on paper, Arsenal should beat Chelsea. So already they know that, okay, they are 6 points clear over, but forget, Liverpool is still there too. The same point with Chelsea. So Liverpool had to drop 0.2 for Manchester United to have some kind of breather. So I see that Crystal Palace game is a kind of that trickish one. Michael Carrick need to do anything possible within his power to make sure that he picks the maximum 3 points there. Indeed.
Ero, I'm going to come back to you. I know that this is something that you've been wanting to talk about. We've seen Manchester United, play Manchester City, Manchester Derby. We've seen them play Arsenal as well. But I think right now we're going to be seeing a Chelsea side that is going to be playing and the Arsenal side. In terms of results, how do you think that match is going to end? And who do you think is going to come on top?
I am a Chelsea fan, but it will not stop me from saying the way it stands, I don't see Chelsea beating Arsenal. I'll put it to reasons why I say so. And one, we're going to be playing that match in Emirates, that's Arsenal's home stadium. If Arsenal are going to Stamford Bridge and Chelsea, and I don't think Chelsea can go down Emirates to them. But as I will always tell you on this show, in the game of football, anything can happen. But as Mr. Evans said, on paper, judging by what is on ground at this point, I don't see Chelsea beating Arsenal in the game of football.
Okay.
And the second reason is because Arsenal is in their need of points more than Chelsea ever does. Because right now, Manchester City is trailing them by just 5 points, I guess. And with the game in hand, let's not forget that. So, Arsenal want to do everything possible to gather as much points as they can gather so that they don't end up wanting to win the game. And don't forget, check their record against Chelsea in the past 2, 3, 4 seasons. Chelsea has not registered a win against Arsenal. The best they've gotten is a draw. So I don't think the coming weekend will be any different, to be sincere.
Okay, yeah. Indeed. Fantastic. I'm going to come over to you. Wisdom, we're going to be seeing Manchester United in their next match playing the Crystal Palace side. What should we expect from Manchester United in 1 minute?
Well, United overall, Daru and Amorim and Michael Carrick combined 10 games of season. And that is a very incredible stretch. So yeah, against Crystal Palace, a Crystal Palace side that are having issues both on and off the field. I mean, Oliver Glasner of late has been steering out at both the manager and the fans. In fact, after the everybody they put the fans be humble. You know where you are coming from. I mean, a lot of drama happening with Crystal Palace. But then, entering into that game against Man United, I think Crystal Palace, if there's one thing I know how to tell on that team of Man United, it is Crystal Palace, especially under Oliver Glasner. So yeah, and we've seen Man United against West Ham, the one goal and fumble against Everton yesterday. So how they struggle. So maybe Crystal Palace can be considered guilty. That is a bit of confidence saying, hey, if Man United might not be high flying, so we might be able to get another game.
Okay, but indeed. Indeed.
Games that at this stage I can't really call, but I'm expecting fireworks that game.
Okay, so what's the scoreline for you? Just tell me the scoreline. Manchester United, Crystal Palace.
I just said I can't call.
Okay, Ero, over to you. Arsenal, Chelsea. What's the scoreline?
I think Arsenal are going to win that game
2 goals to 1 in favor of Arsenal, clearly, obviously. So after we're going to be going on a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to be moving over to the La Liga, discussing Barcelona's climb to the top of the La Liga table, 3-0 Levante, and also Real Madrid playing Osasuna and losing 2-1. So don't go anywhere, because P&B Sports Show, we'll be right back. So welcome back to the P&B Sports Show, where we'll be moving on to the La Liga, where we have Barcelona topping the La Liga table after their win against Levante. Abel, quickly, what do you think about the Barcelona-Levante match?
Well, I think that game changed, the dynamics of that game changed when Real Madrid lost on Saturday to Osasuna, because had they been Real Madrid won that game, would have been 5 points, and of course that would put that's much more pressure on Hansi Flick's side. And when they lost, Hansi Flick's side looked like, we have an opportunity to take over the lead again, and which they did. And they came back. We saw what Mark Berners did, and also Frank de Jong as well, and the screamer from Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez has been fantastic. Arguably, I think he should be one of the brightest star in Adeco. And considering the fact that he's coming from the bench to do all these things, I think he's also somebody that
is the Sesco of the La Liga.
Yes, he said, like, I can do this thing better. I can do this. And this season alone, I think he has played 32 games, 11 goals, and 12 assists, unlike last season when he played 42 games and he got just 8 goals. You get, so he has improved dramatically this season, and I think that the way I beg your pardon, Barcelona is going, I think they need to just keep their composure. But again, for Real Madrid, honestly, it's quite unfortunate that they had the lead and they threw it away.
Okay, talking about the Real Madrid side, Ero, what do you think about Real Madrid performance? And do you think that this is something that they can bounce back from, especially when we are playing a team like Osasuna?
Of course, we can bounce back. Everybody can bounce back from the team. Real Madrid is not a small club. Real Madrid is a very big club. Real Madrid is a big side, one of the biggest in Spain. So bouncing back to not be an issue for them. As a matter of fact, Real Madrid has very good in when it comes to things like this. So I think they can bounce back. I just think that the game that they lost them was one of those days. You can never win for. You can't win for the days of the season are over. You can't win everything. So it's something you can bounce back from. They will get back on their feet. I mean, this does not rule them out of the race completely. I think they are just trailing Barcelona now by 1 point. So, I mean, one game can change that and things that also. The game is still on, the cycle part is still on, the cycle congestion is 100% impact. And then I think all the coach and the staff need to do is to get back what we did against students against errors and try to improve on it. And that's all. That's what we need to see. It's something we can bounce back and it's not the last game of the season. There are still a couple of things to do. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And over to you, Wisdom. We saw the screamer, from Barcelona. We saw their performance 3-0. And then we saw a loss, Real Madrid 2-1. What do you think happened for Real Madrid? What can we get from the Real Madrid match? What lessons can we learn?
Well, for Madrid, I watched that game and Madrid were out of ideas. And I think that is something that I think we're still going to see more of to the end of the season. But in as much as we're out of ideas in that game, we were still able to, manage to get a goal. But they just lost it towards the stages. The goal they considered was a defensive lapse, which has been Real Madrid's issue throughout the entire season. Their defense has been making in goal, their positioning has been an issue. But, the lesson we can learn this season, if I'm to answer that question exactly, is that football this season has taught us a life lesson that you don't know what to expect in life. And I mean, this season, we've seen things that have no names. I mean, the famous Grimsby is there. We've also seen Wrexham do some incredible things. I mean, football has taught us lessons this season. Let me just put it that way. So yeah, Real Madrid to this Osasuna. It was disappointing, but I think, like John said, the time race is still very possible. And yeah, it's Madrid have done it in the past and they can still make it. But for Barcelona, I mean, after himself listening to his press conference, he has been clear that they are also not giving up. Everyone is probably with a fight. So yeah, the title race is still very much open and this is just go down the wire.
Okay, fantastic. Now we are seeing a side like Real Madrid, sitting below Barcelona, with just by 1 point. I mean, 61-60. And then for their next matches, I think we are going to be seeing Real Madrid playing Getafe. Then we are going to be seeing Barcelona playing Villarreal, if I'm correct. And they will both be playing these teams at home. How do you think that they should go into those matches, especially with Real Madrid that will be playing Getafe, at Santiago Bernabeu?
Yeah, I think just like Ero rightly said, Real Madrid is a big team. They should be able to. In fact, they know what they can do. They know their pedigree. They know the quality they have. They can bounce back and give a very good account of themselves and also Barcelona. But my fear is Barcelona still have the Atletico Madrid to play also this season. So definitely Barcelona might drop a point. There's no two ways about it. But can Real Madrid be consistent? That's the question we should be asking ourselves right now.
Okay. And also, I think on the 22nd of March, Real Madrid will still be playing Atletico Madrid. so everybody has,
yes.
Everybody has.
But I think Madrid have the capacity to clip the wings of Atletico. But unlike, Atletico have the likes of Ademola Lookman now that is just flying everywhere. But I think Madrid can still
do something.
Something positive.
Fantastic.
In as much as they have the lead, they're cheating. I think they've got one eye on the Champions League. I mean, they have a very big game coming up against Benfica. That game against Benfica, a lot of things around the game, the Vinicius Junior racist abuse, alleged racist abuse, and then the fact that they have a one-goal lead heading into the second leg. You remember what happened on the last match day of the Champions League? So a lot of drama surrounding the Real Madrid game. I think Getafe and Atletico Madrid, all of those games are
okay. Indeed.
Yeah, done with them. But can talk about
I know you have a lot to say, but in 1 minute, Ero, you said you have something. Let's leave the floor for you in just 1 minute.
Okay, I just wanted to quickly ask what said. You see, one thing I've realized this season and in recent season football is that these objects do not even come from big teams sometimes. You was making reference to having a game against Atletico Madrid. I can bet that we never saw Osasuna defeating Real Madrid. So I think at this point, Of course, it's not just be on playing against the big sides alone. I mean, it's small things can do you even more damage. Imagine Manchester United defeated Arsenal, they defeated Liverpool, they defeated Chelsea, and then they could in West Ham, it's Sporting West Ham. So,
Even Wolves, they drew to Wolves.
Okay, Errol. When I hear
Even
Chelsea,
Wolves,
when I
yeah.
hear Chelsea fans talk about Manchester United, I have a rumble in my tummy. And don't worry, support your team.
But the principal thing, I hope you are back to I hope you are back to Old Trafford, because you know the other time you said you are done with Manchester United, but I hope you are back now. The principal thing.
You know, they say if you want to know a patient boyfriend, that go to Manchester United fans. They are very loyal and very patient. I guess we are coming to the end of the program. You know, and Abel, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your impact. You know, you are the spiritual thing. There's a principality of power of sports when we come to wisdom. Then you are the spiritual thing when it comes to yourself. Then also, Errol John is the ace hammer.
No, Errol John is the abracadabra of sport. There's not two ways about it. Errol John is the abracadabra of sport.
Fantastic. Well, and that brings us to the end of today's edition of P&B Sports Show. From Manchester United's disciplined now victory to Barcelona reclaiming top spot and Real Madrid feeling the pressure. The margins in football are shrinking, and it seems like the mentality is everything. A big thank you to our own in-house sports analyst, Abel Sunday, and also Errol John all the way from Benin City, and the Principality of Sports Wisdom all the way from Lagos State for their sharp insights. Here on P&B TV, building a sports conversation that competes globally but stays rooted in Nigerian passion and understanding, because whether it's Old Trafford or Camp Nou, football still connects right here at home. So follow us on all our social media platforms right now for more insights and updates. I'm Aaron Kotom. Stay sharp, stay analytical, and keep football conversations intelligent. Good morning, Nigeria.